My name is Toyosi Akerele Ogushiji, and I'm the creator, co-writer, producer, and executive producer of MAKEMATION. MAKEMATION is the first film on technology innovation and artificial intelligence out of Africa. One of the very exciting things for me today, showing MAKEMATION at the Kenyan Innovation Week 2024, is that when we started to write the script for this film, our plan was just to make a big film on tech out of Nigeria to democratize the knowledge of technology and AI to young people in Nigeria. But seeing the reactions of Kenyans today to this film, the emotions, the laughter, constant laughter, the expression of, sadness when Zara went through challenges, it's very rewarding that all of the work that the director, myself, and all of our cast and crew put into this work was worth it after all. We faced a lot of challenges. First off, locations. And I want to say that this is a good opportunity for the African filmmakers to not just dream big on script, but also make sure that when you write your scripts, those locations actually do exist in real life to match, the scope and the scale of what you've written on your script. We couldn't find a lot of the locations that you saw in the film were built from scratch. For example, the Zara family house was made out of wood. We had to burn the wood, color it out. Shout out to our art directors who worked on that. We shot at some of the never before seen, some of the best locations out of Africa, including the Microsoft Africa Development Center, the PwC headquarters in Nigeria, one of the biggest girls' secondary school in Nigeria, because it's a story that also ties very strongly to girls in STEM. We also wanted to ensure that because we know that people don't watch film. They don't go to cinemas to watch film to learn. They go to get entertainment. So there has to be a pull effect, a pull factor for our audience to be able to love the film. It's when they love it, come into the cinemas, that they can see the message they're trying to pass. And so we try to make sure, as much as it carries the very didactic elements, it also carries the element of humor. It carries the element of, it's very engaging. I had to leave the room to stand at the back, and I could see how invested, the audiences were in watching the film. Kenya is definitely one of the biggest, film markets in Africa after Nollywood. I mean, I have to give shout out to Nigeria for the third largest film industry in the world. I'm very, very proud that this film was not, people didn't come from outside Africa to make our first film on technology. This film was made by Africans, for Africans, made by young people in their 20s, some of them not even 20 yet. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with a lot of young people, benefit from their talent, their intellect. And I'm happy that I also had the depth of thought to give them ownership, listen to their ideas, embrace their thoughts. And we were very disruptive in making this film. I didn't quite mind. I always said that wherever people say that you don't go there, that's exactly where you should go. Whatever people say don't do, that's exactly what we're going to do. However people say they don't do it, is how exactly we're going to do it. And when people say this is how we've been doing it, that is exactly why we're not going to do it that way. So when I've listened to very great filmmakers in Kenya today say wonderful things about the film, more than making us feel validated as a team from Nigeria, I think it also humbles us. This is a time to be very humble and to see the potential opportunity to collaborate with some of the brightest and the best filmmakers here in Kenya.
I'm the Chief Manager of Business Development and Innovation at Konza Technopolis. And I took time this afternoon to watch this movie because it's the first video in Africa talking about artificial intelligence, but also the space of technology in the continent and the realities that we face. How do I feel having watched this? I think as a woman in tech, it's very practical, it's very real, and it speaks to the real issues that are facing many youth, many Kenyans, or many African young people, including the girls especially. Many of the challenges highlighted are real. We could see infrastructure challenges. The girl could not afford a laptop, which was a requirement from the class. We could see the digital divide, where the parents did not understand why the girl has to go to school. The place of the girl is in the kitchen. And this is a girl who's committed to actually navigate these challenges.
I am the CEO of the Kenya Innovation Agency. Kenya National Innovation Agency, and we are the conveners of the Kenya Innovation Week that we do on an annual basis. This is the 4th year in a row, and the head of state was here yesterday in support of these efforts of innovation. Now, in the context of innovation, we also think about creativity and the possibilities of creating new forms of career pathways, especially for the younger generation. So, choosing to host such a film to be introduced in such a forum is because of that interest and commitment that we can create new possibilities of career for the youth. And we also had lots of engagements on AI here, from policy, application, and so on and so forth. And here is an example of something that is leveraging emerging technologies like AI to create new possibilities that are significantly huge and are potentially accessible to a lot of people and solving a lot of challenges. And the skill sets required are not very sophisticated. And so for us, catalyzing innovation and creativity using other channels like film is also another perspective of why we support this to be introduced and to be showcased. And we hope that a lot more people will pick as many lessons as possible from such film programs.
My name is Dr. Shiko Gitao. I'm the CEO of Kala. We are Digital Innovation Lab. I really love MAKEMATION film, mostly because I'm a woman in tech, yeah? And when I talk to many girls, they face the same challenges. Like that little girl she was facing, people don't believe in them. I mean, there's always the peer pressure of why do you have to do this, you're a girl, you can get things in a different way. The family pressure of being able to deliver something of value other than code. I always say, even I'm n number of years old today. Oh, it's my birthday. And my mother just called me and said, unafanyaga nini? So because of the unpredictability and undefinability of the field in tech, people don't understand what it is. So I could quickly identify those challenges that are met in African families when people don't understand something and they cannot invest in you. You're not becoming a doctor or a lawyer, you're becoming a coder. And especially in the AI space where everybody in Africa has a definition of AI that is not necessarily one that is found everywhere. So I loved it because it brought issues of an African girl into life and then showing that you can fight it all. What I love about this is we can use this film for AI awareness. Not literacy, just simple awareness of what is AI, how is it built, how can you solve actual problems with it. This morning we were having a session around AI and we're saying it's no longer about the strongest and most powerful model, it's how you apply AI to solve a problem. And TB is actually a persistent problem on the African continent, and seeing that this girl was saying I want to tackle TB using AI is quite powerful, and everybody can actually identify with I can use AI to tackle this huge problem in the African continent. A problem with people are talking about traffic, another one was talking about I think there was another use case, what we call use case in this space. So I loved it because it showed how AI can be applied in a very, very practical manner on the African continent. So yeah, love it.
We welcome Kenya into the fold of MAKEMATION. It's going to be a long journey together, and it's been an honor meeting a lot of my brothers here in Kenya, and I really do value the feedback, the media. Thank you very much for being here all day with us. We know you could have been covering other events, doing other things. We're very grateful to the gentlemen and women of the press, the tech ecosystem, the policymakers, the government, Mr. Tony Mwansa of the Kenya Innovation Agency. This is a beautiful country. I'm looking to going to Mombasa in the next few days. I'm looking forward to ugali and chapati, and I definitely will be back. Thank you very much.